learn about Git and GitHub. We are making this topic at this point because we want you to practice Git throughout the coming sessions in order to submit whether your exercise or anything related to tasks. So we wanted you to use Git, so that's why we are giving this lecture today. So እስቲ እዚህ ውስጥ ካላችሁት ውስጥ ጊትን ተጠቅሞ የሚያውቅ ወር ስለ ጊት ሰምቶ የሚያውቅ ተምስ አፕ ስጡኝ እስቲ። Okay. Okay. I guess there are some who know about Git. እሺ ስለ ጊት ሰምቶ የማያውቅ ኢንታይርሊ ኒው የሆነ Okay. Yes, you are familiar with the Git. So you have already downloaded Git Bash and also have created GitHub account, right? Thumbs up if you did. Okay. So is there anyone who haven't created it yet? Okay. If so, let's continue to our today's topic. Okay. So before talking about Git, it's necessary to talk about version control because Git is basically a software that helps us to I mean, like Git is a software that we can use version control. So it is necessary to talk about version control first. So version control means it's basically tracking every changes in your files or in your system so that you can revise the things that have been done later, or you may want to go to the previous versions if something go wrong. ያ ማለት ቨርዥን ኮንትሮል የምንለው ሲስተም አንድ ሲስተም ላይክ እያንዳንዱ የሚያደርጋቸውን ነገሮች ትራክ እያደረገ በተለያየ ቨርዥኖች የሚያስቀምጥበት ወይ ነው። For example, if you see any software, there are versions, right? Like version 1.01, version 2, version 3, there are something like this. So that is necessary because the first thing is in Teach everything is changing, so you have to change your dependencies or your tech stacks. So you may need to change different. You may need to use different languages or tools in different versions. And also the other thing is it's necessary because to keep versions of your system because it helps you to give your service fully. I mean, like የሆነ ሲስተም እየሰራችሁ እና ሲስተሙ እዛው ስራ ላይ ያለ ሲስተም ፕሮዳክሽን ላይ ቢሆን የሆነ ሲስተም እዛ ፕሮዳክሽን ላይ ያለ ሲስተም ላይ ሞዲፋይ ያደረጋችሁት ብትሄዱ ሲስተሙ ሜሳፕ ሊሆን ይችላል ወይ ደግሞ ዳውን ሊሆን ይችላል። ሶ that's not recommended. ሌላ ቨርዥን ሰርታችሁለት after that, if that version is ready, you can switch it with the current one. So version control is basically like track every changes that has been made, revert to the previous versions, collaborate without overwriting each other's work for teamwork. It's good. And experiment features with safety. I mean, like you may develop different features over time. So this version system or the version control system allows you to test your features without any problems. So when we come to Git, so Git is it is a distributed version control system. It is a software that help us to enable version control. So what are the basic features of this Git are like ጊት ካላችሁ ኦፍላይን መስራት ትችላላችሁ። ላይክ ሁሌ ኦንላይን መሆን አይጠበቅባችሁም። የራሳችሁን ስራ ወስዳችሁ ኦፍላይን መስራት ትችላላችሁ። የራሳችሁን you can create your own working space like or ብራንች እንለዋለን ወደፊት እናያለን ብራንች ምን እንደሆነ በደምብ ሲጨርሱ ደግሞ ታስካችሁን ሲጨርሱ like you can merge your work to your team's work so without conflicting, or if there is any conflict you will solve that conflict easily. So and also it keeps like a full history of what has been done in the code base or in your working area ምን ተሰራ እስካሁን የሚለውን ነገር fully track ማድረግ ይችላል ያሳያችኋል ማለት ነው። So if you see this image, like we have like working directory, this is your PC which you are working offline, and there is something called indexing here, indexing or staging. You can also call it staging. It basically means የሆነ ታስክ ሰርተን ወይ ደግሞ የሆነ ስራ ጨርሰን ያን ስራ ቱ ዘ ኔክስት ፌዝ እንደማስተላለፍ ነገር ነው። ላይክ ለኮሚት ሬዲ እንደማድረግ ነው፣ ስቴጅ ማድረግ ማለት ነው። ፋይሎቹን የሰራ ቼንጅ የተደረጉትን ፋይሎች አንድ ላይ ኮሌክት ማድረግ ማለት ነው። so that I can push them to my remote working space ማለት ነው። So a stage is basically means like identifying the changed files and collecting them together ማለት ነው። ስቴጅ የምንለው እንደዛ ነው ማለት ነው። ሶ ስቴጅ ለማድረግ ብዙ ጊዜ የምንጠቀመው ኮማንድ አድ የሚለውን ነው። we will see it in the future slides, and git ዳይሬክተሪ ደግሞ ይኖረናል። አሁን ሎካሊ ስንሰራ ክሬት የሚደረግ የጊት ፋይል አለ ሎካሊ ትራክ ለማድረግ ማለት ነው። to work with git የሚባል ፋይል ይኖርናል፣ እሱ git ዳይሬክተሪ ይሆናል ማለት ነው። ሶ ወደ ከኢንዴክስ ኮሚት ስናደርግ ኢንዴክስ ውስጥ ያሉትን ወይ ደግሞ ስቴጅ ኤሪያ ያሉትን ፋይሎች ኮሚት ስናደርጋቸው ወደ ጊት ዳይሬክተሪ ይገባሉ ማለት ነው። then after git directory we can just push it to the remote repository ማለት ነው፣ the remote working space. So basically this is the workflow of git ማለት ነው። The other concept here is GitHub. So the idea behind GitHub is like when you are working with your teams, or when you are collaborating with someone, you need like you are not working with them in your local directory, so you need an remote central space. So GitHub is going to be used for that. It is like a cloud-based platform which is used for hosting and sharing Git repositories. You can just, it is like a remote workspace, you can call it like that. So basically it can be used for collaboration tools like your team can view what codes you have pushed to the remote working space. There may be another mechanisms also. You may use pull requests in order to merge your work to existing teams work. አንድን የሆነ የሰራችሁት ስራ ካለ ያን ስራ ብዙ ጊዜ አሁን ላይክ ኮሚት አይደረግም ስራው ወይ ደግሞ መርጅ አይደረግም ስራችሁ ወደ ሪሞት ያለው ወርኪንግ ስፔስ ላይ ማለት ቢፎር ዛት ፑል ሪኩዌስት የሚባል ነገር ያ ማለት somebody will review your code and it will tell you to merge it if everything is correct and meets with the standard. If not, like you will be demanded to redo what the things that are not correct or well. So we will see this topic in the future as well. So the other thing, it is a web interface for managing codes. You don't have to use a terminal to view your codes. Project board for task tracing. It's also going to be used for project boards for dividing tasks between your teams. So that's about Git and GitHub and version control. So before we proceed to the key concepts in GitHubs, is there something unclear about until now? Okay. So you can ask if you have a question anytime you want. So there are key concepts that you need to know in GitHub. So the first thing is repository. So a repository is basically it is like a folder where you keep your code in it. Like it's a folder for your project that Git tracks. Like for data እንትናችሁ ኮዳችሁ የሚቀመጥበት ፎልደር ሪፖዚተሪ ይባላል። ሪፖዚተሪያችሁ ፐብሊክ ኦር ፕራይቬት ሊሆን ይችላል። ፐብሊክ ማለት anyone in the internet can see the repository ማለት ነው። ፕራይቬት ከሆነ ግን you will choose who sees your repository and who do not. So actually እናያለን practice session ላይ ስንደርስ እናያለን እሱም። So the other thing is clone. So cloning is basically means to make the exact copy of something. So when we say clone in Git, in GitHub, clone means to copy a repository on your local machine. I mean, if there is any repository on your GitHub or someone else's GitHub, and if you want to get the files to your local machine, you can use git clone or clone. So that's the idea behind cloning. It's just making the exact copy of a repository. The other is a commit. To commit is basically to save what you have done until now in the labeling it or giving it a name. For example, if you created an index.html file, so if you are done with your tasks, let's say you have given any task and you are done with the task. So if you are done with the task, you can commit, meaning that you can save the task. Like it's like a save point. And while saving, you are supposed to give it a name, like I've finished this task, or you can name it anything you want. So that is basically called commit. Push. So as we have discussed earlier, uh, while working with Git, you can work offline. So that means something can be done in your local machines. So if that is the case, the things that you're doing in local machine will not be seen or reflected in remote repository until you have pushed them. እናንተ ሎካል የምትሰሩት ነገር ወደ ሪሞት ሪፖዚተሪ ፑሽ ካላረጋችሁት ወይ ደግሞ አፕሎድ ካላረጋችሁት እንደዛ ማለት ትችላላችሁ። ቼንጁ ሪፍሌክት አይሆንም ማለት ሎካሊ እየሰራችሁ ስለሆነ ሪሞትሊ ሪፍሌክት አይሆንም ማለት ሶ in order to apply changes that you have done locally, you have to push your data to local to remote repository ማለት ነው። The other thing is pull. Pull ደግሞ it's the opposite of push. So while working with someone or while working with your teammates, there may be some data that has been changed by your teammates, and you may want that data in your local machine. So if that is the case, you have to pull, or you have to like you can say download the data. So pulling means fetch and merge changes from GitHub to your local machine. You are going to bring files to your local machine from remote, like the exact opposite of push. And there is also another concept called fork. So the idea behind fork is you may want to, like, for example, let's say someone has just released an amazing app and you want to contribute to that app, or you've seen some bugs and you want to fix that bug. So in that case, you have to fork the repository of that person to your GitHub. That means, like, since it is not your repository, you cannot change things by yourself. So rather than changing it directly, since it's not allowable, what you will do is you will fork someone else's repository, meaning that you will make a copy of the someone's repository into your GitHub account, or in not locally, just like you are going to fork it to your GitHub account. So forking does not like doesn't make the file to be happen to become to like your local machine. Rather than it stays in your GitHub for account. So after that you can do the things that you want to do, and after once you complete them, you just ask the person that is the owner of that repository to review the changes and merge it if that is a good change. Like የሆነ ፊቸር ላይ መሳተፍ ብትፈልጉና ሪፖዚተሪው እናንተ አይደለም፣ ስለዚህ እናንተ እዛ ፊቸር ላይ ዳይሬክትሊ መሳተፍ አትችሉም። ስለዚህ ልታደርጉ የምትችሉ ምንድነው የእሱን ሪፖዚተሪ እናንተ ጊታብ አካውንት ላይ ታመጡና ቼንጆቹን አፕላይ ታደርጉታላችሁ። አንዴ ቼንጆቹን አፕላይ ካደረጋችሁ በኋላ ኦነር ኦፍ ሪፖን ሄዳችሁ ይሄንን ነገር ሪቪው አድርግልኝ፣ ከተመቸ ደግሞ መርጅ አድርግልኝ ትሉታላችሁ ማለት ነው። So it's just basically to create a personal copy of someone's repository in your GitHub account and doing changes to it, and after that you will ask them to review and merge it to their repository. Okay, so the other concept is a pull request. So a pull request is a request to merge changes from one branch or repo to another. So a pull request is basically like you can, there are ways to merge without pull request, but pull request is like you will ask a permissions from someone to review the changes that you've made, and once they have reviewed that, to give you permission whether to merge it or not. So rather than merging by itself everything, you will wait for someone to review your code, or you may be, or yeah, basically, yeah, you have to wait for someone. And after someone has viewed your request, if your request is acceptable or meets with the standard provided, it will be merged to the main branch or to the feature. So that's about. Okay, so now let's look at some basic workflow commands. These commands are the commands which are used mostly in Git. So the first command is git init. So this command is used to initialize a new Git repository in your current directory. So in order to create a Git directory, you can use two ways, or a Git file, you can use two ways. The first one is using git init or git initialize. So you can use this, or you can use git clone if you have a remote repository, or if you want to copy the data of the remote repository. So both of these creates a Git directory. So this one, git init, initialize a new Git repository in your current directory. But this one, it just does the initialization for you and brings all the files in the given repo URL to your local machine. So ጊት ፋይል ስትጀምሩ ወይ ደግሞ ስታርት ስታደርጉ you can use these two ways ማለት ነው። ጊት init ማለት ትችላላችሁ፣ or ደግሞ ጊት ክሎን ማለት ትችላላችሁ ማለት ነው። So when to use git clone, when to use git init. So it is best to use git init when you are starting from like from your local machine. I mean, like if you don't have a remote repo, just, if that's the case, it is better to use git init. But if there's some data you want to copy or from remote repo, then you have to start with git clone. Git clone. So let's see these two commands like in practice. Let me create a folder here. So now I have an empty folder here. So I want to create a Git directory to this folder. So the first thing I'll do is I will copy the locations of this repository, and I will go to my Git bash. So this one. So first, the thing I want to do is I want to go to this file location. So I will say cd, then the file location. paste. I guess I can do it again. Cd shift insert. In order to copy into Gish Bash, I guess you have to use shift insert. So, okay. Okay. I guess let me use the terminal for now, and I will figure it out what's wrong with that. So in our terminal, we say git init. So now I have initialized an npt like git directory, so you can see. I'm not sure if it is visible to you, but there is a git file created here. So that's what git init does. So for the coming section, I'm going to use VS Code since it's handy rather than using a git bash. I'm going to use VS Code. I've never used git bash since I've downloaded it. So it's better, I guess it's better to use VS Code. So this is our the file we have just created. So when we come to VS Code or any other editors, you may not see the git file here. So it is not visible here. In order to see the git file, you have to go to the file explorer. I mean, like here, you have to go here. So that's what git init does. So it just creates a new git repository. But when we come to git clone, what git clone does is like it just creates a remote a copy of remote clone one repository. So here's my so first you have to get the link for the repo you want to clone. So I mean, let's clone this one. So once you are in your remote repository, you have to get the code and the link from here under the code section. There is a link, so you have to copy that link, and you have to come to your terminal and say git clone, then your remote repository link or URL. So when you do that, it just fetches your data from the remote repository to your local repository ማለት ነው። ከሪሞት ወደ አሁን ወዳላችሁበት ያመጣል ማለት ነው። So the other commands are like once you have initialized or cloned a repository, then after that you have to you can start working. Like ከዛ በኋላ መስራት መጀመር ትችላላችሁ ማለት ነው። ሶ አፍተር ዩ ሃቭ የሆነ ቼንጅ ምናምን ካደረጋችሁ በኋላ የምትጠቀሙት ኮማንድ አለ ቼንጆቻችሁን ኮሌክት ለማድረግ ማለት ነው። ዳት ኢዝ ጊት አዶት ቤዚካሊ ሚንስ እስካሁን ቼንጅ ያደረኳቸውን ፋይሎች እንዳለ በሙሉ ስቴጅ አድርግልኝ ማለት ነው። ጊት አድ ፋይል ኔም ሲሆን ደግሞ ስፔሲፊክ ፋይል ዩ ኖ ዘ ፋይል ዳት ቼንጅ ያደረጋችሁበትን ሶ ዩ አድ ጊት አድ ዶት ዘ ፋይል ኔም ማለት ነው። ሶ this is like staging area, so you collect your changes together ማለት ነው so that they can be ready for the next operation, which is most of times commit. So git commit in your git commit command, git commit and -m then your descriptive message መሆን አለበት so sorry. So this is the descriptive message is like you can say anything you want, like if it is in quotes you can type any message here, but it is better to use something meaningful. The fourth thing is to push to remote. After you have finished working on your changes or working on things in your local git directory, then you have to push it to remote repo. So in order to do that, use git push origin branch name. But before that, if you started with git init ብላችሁ ከጀመራችሁ since your git directory doesn't know where to push, it goes an error ያመጣል። So before that you have to add the remote directory ማለት the remote URL-ን አድ ማድረግ አለባችሁ። so እዚህ ጋር አሁን git remote add origin ከዛ ፑሽ የሚያደርግበትን ጊትሀብ ሪፖዚተሪ እንትን ትላላችሁ ማለት ታስገባላችሁ ማለት ይሄኛው ጊት ኢኒት ብላችሁ ከጀመራችሁ ነው። ክሎን ካረጋችሁ ይሄ ያስፈልጋችሁ። ክሎን ካረጋችሁ since it knows where to push ወዴት ፑሽ እንዳለበት ስለሚያውቅ ማለት ነው። but if not you have to init ብላችሁ ከጀመራችሁ you have to use this command ማለት ነው። so now let's start over and start with creating a new repo, and after that apply all these 4 stages of operation. so መጀመሪያ ወደ ጊትሀብ እንሄዳለን። ጊትሀብ አካውንታችሁ ላይ ሎግ ታደርጋላችሁ። once you log to your GitHub account, you can go to repositories to create your new repo. Then you can use this new button here, or you can go to home and use the new button here. So when you click the new button you are prompted to this page. so here እዚህ ጋር repository name ላይ የምትፈልጉትን ስም ትጽፋላችሁ። so let's say like ice hub git session. so this is ice hub someone እዚህ ጋር ነው like ሪፖዚተሪ ኦልሬዲ ተይዞ ከነበረ ኤረር ይላችኋል። ለምሳሌ አሁን እንደዚህ ብል ላይክ ኤረር ያሳየኛል ማለት ነው። I have okay then እዚህ ጋር ቪዚቢሊቲ ቹዝ ታደርጋላችሁ። ላይክ ፐብሊክ ከሆነ ሁሉም ሰው ማየት ይችላል። ፕራይቬት ከሆነ ግን እናንተ የፈለጋችሁ ሰው ብቻ ነው። so I'm gonna leave it public as now. template soon, like they thought, like there is a readme file. We will talk about this soon. Then you have to just say create repo. So create repo ስታደርጉ እንደዚህ አይነት ፔጅ ያመጣላችኋል። ሶ እዚህ ጋር ምንድነው ያለው ኢኮ ይላል። ይሄ የመጀመሪያው ላይን ምንድነው ጊታብ ፋይሉን ላይ ሪድሚ ዶት ፋይሉን ክሬት እያደረገ ነው። ሪድሚ ዶት ፋይል ማለት ቤዚካሊ ምንድነው ስለ ፕሮጀክታችሁ ላይክ ኮንፊገሬሽኖቹ የተለያዩ ነገሮች የምጽፉበት ማለት ነው። ኦር የተለያዩ ዲስክሪፕሽኑ ኢንስታሌሽኑ ምናምን የምጽፉበት ሪድሚ ፋይል ይባላል ማለት ነው። ሶ ጊት ኢኒት ላይክ ይሄ ኢኒሻላይዘር ነው። ሲንስ ዩ አር ስታርቲንግ ኒው ጊትሀብ ዳይሬክተሪ ሶ ጊት ኢኒት ትጠቀማላችሁ። ከዛን እዚህ ጋር አሁን ምንድነው ጊት አዶት ሪድሚ ፋይሉን አድ እያደረገ ነው። ሶ እንደዚህ አድ ሲያደርገው ስፔሲፊክ ፋይል ብቻ ታርጌት እያደረገ ነው ማለት ነው። ሶ ስፔሲፊክ ፋይል እንደዚህ የምትፈልጉ ከሆነ ጊት አድ ከዛ የፋይል ኔሙን ታስገባላችሁ። if you don't want or if you want files more than one ከሆነ ደግሞ you can use dot. Actually you can use dot for both, like for single file, for many file, dot is preferable. Then there is a commit message, git commit first, and then there is a git branch minus m main. So ይሄ ላይ ምንድነው እያደረገ ያለው ቤዚካሊ ጊት ባሽ ላይ ስንሰራ ምንድነው ማስተር ነው የሚለው እንትኑ ጊታ እንትኑ ሜኑ ማለት ነው። rather than saying main master ነው የሚለው። ስለዚህ ይሄ ሪኔም እያደረገው ነው። ጊት ብራንቹ ሜን ብለህ ሪኔም አድርገው እያለው ነው። so there is a git remote add origin ከዛን the URL name ይሄ ደግሞ ሪሞት URL ጋር ሊንክ እያደረገው ነው ማለት ነው። so what this does is ወደ ጊት ዳይሬክተሪያችን ይሄንን ሪሞት ሪፖ ካስገባው በኋላ ኦሪጂን ብሎ ሴቭ ያደርገዋል ማለት ነው። ስሙ ይሄ ስም ኦሪጂን ተብሎ ሴቭ ይደረጋል ማለት ነው። so next time you don't have to write all this URL ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ you can say like git push minus u origin ማለት ትችላላችሁ ማለት ነው። so አሁን let's create a new directory and start working. ይሄንን በቪስ ኮድ ከፍተዋለሁ። so ተርሚናላችንን አሁን እናደርጋለን። here you can use like git bash እዚህም ላይ አለ git bash but since I haven't used git bash lately so I have forgotten the commands, so I'm going to use like the normal terminal here ማለት ነው። so the first thing እዚህ ጋር አሁን ሪሞት ሪፖዚቶሪው ላይ ያለው ይሄ አለ። so you don't need to write every ይሄንን ኮማንድ በሙሉ መጻፍ አይጠበቅባችሁም just you can do like copy አድርጋችሁ እዚህ ፔስት ማድረግ ማለት ነው then it will create a readme file then after a while it's going to push yeah it's going to push this እንትን ሊንክ ያደርጋቸዋል ሎካል እና ሪሞቱ ማለት ነው ሶ ላይክ እንደዚህ ከሆነ ሪፍሬሽ ታደርጉት like you see your readme file ማለት ነው so now you can start working like አሁን አዲስ ፋይል ክሬት ማድረግ ትችላላችሁ let's say like index.html and here we can say like h1 I sub this session so after that like since you have modified it like the thing you need to do is you need to add or you need to stage this file stage ማድረግ አለባችሁ so you can use git add index.html ማለት ትችላላችሁ file name or you can use just git add so I prefer this one now if you say git status you will see like your new file here like new file changes to be committed ይላል like ይሄ committed ሊሆን ያለ change ማለት ነው so your new file is new file equals to index.html ማለት ነው so if you add like another file new index.html and like again so now you can say like git add dot so if you say git status here git status ካላችሁ so ፋይሎቹን ያመጣላችኋል ማለት ነው ስቴጅ የሚሆነውን ኒው ፋይል እና it does not visible let me zoom it like is it visible guys okay so you can so the next thing you should do is like to commit the changes like to save the changes commit then you use -m then your message create html files then after that if you see git status now so there is nothing to commit so everything has been committed so now stage የተደረጉት ፋይሎች ወደ ኮሚት ተሸጋግረዋል ማለት ነው so the next thing you can do is like you have to push these files to your remote repository so you can use this git push now okay you can use this one so when you go to your remote repository. Now there should be 2 files, 2 HTML files. So now you can see here that there are 2 files with the contents. We have changed, updated. You can see those change ባረግናቸው ኮንቴንቶች አሉ ማለት ነው። So here ቅድም like when we discussed we have said git push -u origin main ብለን ነበር አይደለ? so ቅድም በዚህ ነበር ይሰራለን። አሁን ግን ይሄን ኮማንድ ብንጠቀም ይሄም ኮማንድ ስቲል መጠቀም እንችላለን፣ ግን the difference between these two git push and this command ዲፍረንሳቸው ምንድነው? ይሄኛው like initially ሲሆን መጀመሪያ ላይ ሪፖዚተሪው ፑሽ ካልተደረገበት git push ብትጠቀሙ ኤረር ያመጣባቸዋል። ስለዚህ ፑሹ የመጀመሪያ ፑሽ ከሆነ you have to use this command git push -u origin main ብላችሁ ማለት ነው። ፑሽ ታረጉ ሁለተኛ ከሆነ like or ደግሞ like ከዚህ ፑሽ አድርጋችሁ የምታውቁ ከሆነ you can just use git push. So that's their difference. ሌላ ዲፈረንት ብራንች ደግሞ ካላችሁ like አሁን ብራንች ላይ ስመጣ እና ለነሱ sometimes git push ማለት ብቻ may not be necessary, so you have to specify the branch name also. git push origin ብላችሁ የብራንች ኔም ማለት main ከሆነ main feature ከሆነ feature ማለት ትችላላችሁ ማለት ነው። so አሁን እዚህ ጋር የሰራነው ነገር አለ። ይሄ የጀመርነው ከጊት ኢኒት ነው። ስለዚህ በጊት ክሎን ደግሞ እንዴት እንደሆነ አንዴ ማለት ነው። በጊት ክሎን ደግሞ like let's clone this ራሱ repository ክሎን እናርገውና እዚህ ላይ change እናርግ። እሺ let's create another file here. Okay, I will open the folder. So the folder is now empty. ስለዚህ አሁን ምን እናደርጋለን? git clone እናደርጋለን ማለት ነው። መጀመሪያ git clone ለማድረግ you have to get the code of the repository ኮድ አለ። እሱን ኮፒ ካደረጋችሁ በኋላ you have to type git clone then the repository URL ማለት ነው። so እዚህ ጋር አዲስ ፎልደር አለ ማለት ነው። አይሳብ git tutorial የሚለው so we have to log ወደዛ ፎልደር ሎግ ማድረግ አለብን ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ምን እናደርጋለን? cd ይሄ like ዊንዶው ኮማንድ ነው። ወደ ሌላ ፎልደር ለመሄድ አይሳብ git tutorial እንላለን ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ አሁን እዚህ ውስጥ ያሉት ፋይሎች አሉ። ሶ ላይክ እዚህ ላይ የሆነ ቼንጅ እናርግና ድጋሜ ፑሽ እናርገው ማለት ነው። ሶ እዚህ ጋር this is a change from git clone እንደዚህ ይላል። ተንካን በኋላ ምንድነው ማድረግ ያለብን? ቼንጅ ካረግን በኋላ the next thing we should do is git add dot or the file name. After that git commit m then the commit message ሶ አሁን የምንፈልገው show cloning like so after we commit, the next operation is git push. So since we have started with git clone, this git push command doesn't cause an error. But if you are starting with git init, your first push should be git push -u origin then main. Okay. So now let's go to the repo and check if there has been a change to it. So now here it says there's a change from git clone. So that's how you can push your files to GitHub. If you have any question, please welcome. Since this is a very necessary part, if there is anything that is unclear to you, please go ahead. Is everything clear? If it is clear, give me a thumbs up. Okay, we will discuss about it all later. ወደፊት ስላለ እሱን ወደፊት እናያለን። Okay, any other question? Okay. So let's go to branching. So branching ማለት ምንድን ነው? While you work with your teams, you may like የሆነ ፓርት ልትሰሩ ትችላላችሁ እናንተ ማለት ሙሉ ተከፋፈሉና የሆነ ፓርት ልትሰሩ ትችላላችሁ። ሶ እናንተ ያ ሎካሊ የምትሰሩት ነገር ግን ላይክ ከሌሎቹ የተለየ ስፔስ ማለት ነው። ላይክ እናንተ ብቻ የምትሰሩበት ሌላ ሰፓሬት ሪፖዚተሪ ልትሉ ትችላላችሁ። እዛ ውስጥ ያለ ሌላ ሰፓሬት ሪፖዚተሪ ነገር ሶ የሆነ ታስክ ዲቫይድ አድርጋችሁ ላይክ እሱ ታስክ ላይ ስትሰሩ ማለት ነው። ለምሳሌ ሶ ፍሮም ዲስ እዚህ ላይ ኢሜጁ ላይ ስታዩት ማስተር የሚባል ላይክ ብራንች አለን። ይሄ ዋናው ብራንች ነው። ሶ እዚህ ዋናው ብራንች ላይ ኖርማሊ ልንሰራ አንችልም። ቢኮዝ ሜቢ ይሄኛው ፖስት የተደረገ ወይ ደግሞ ኖርማል ስራ ላይ ያለ ሊሆን ይችላል ማስተር ማለት ነው። ሶ የሆነ ነገር ዲቨሎፕ ማድረግ ስንፈልግ ሌላ ብራንች እንፈጥራለን ማለት ነው። ዲቨሎፕ የሚባል ብራንች። ሶ እዛ ዲቨሎፕ የሚባል ብራንች ላይ ቼንጆችን እየሰራን ቼንጅ መደረግ ያለባቸውን ነገሮች እየሰራን እንሄዳለን ማለት ነው። ሶ ቤዚካሊ ብራንች ማለት የሆነ ሰፓሬት ላይን ኦፍ ዲቨሎፕመንት ነው ማለት ነው። የሆነ የተለያየ ወርኪንግ ስፔስ ልትሉ ትችላላችሁ። ግን እዛው አንድ ሪፖስት ሆኖ የተከፋፈለ ፓርቲሽን የተደረገ ማለት ነው። ሶ branching lets you work on features or bug fixes without affecting the main code. So የሆነ ፊቸር አድ ማድረግ ብፈልጉ ለምሳሌ አሁን እዚህ ጋር ፊቸር የሚባል ኢሜጅ ኢን ዘ ኢሜጅ ማለት ነው። with the cursor ሶ እዚህ ጋር ፊቸር የሚባል ብራንች አለን። ሶ ይሄ ብራንች እዚህ ዲቨሎፕመንት sorry guys, suddenly ስልኬ ዘግቶ ነው። ኦኬ ሶ ብራንች ክሬት ለማድረግ የምንጠቀመው ኮማንድ ጊት ቼክ አውት እንልና ማይነስ ቢ ደን the name of the branch የምንፈልገውን ስም ማለት ነው። ሶ አሁን like let's say what can we say, like let's say branch 2. I know that's a terrible name, but let's leave it for now. So ይሄ ኮማንድ እንደሚያደርግልን ብራንቹን ክሬት ያደርግልናል then ቼንጅ ያደርጋል ወደዛ ብራንች ማለት ነው። አሁን ያለውን ብራንች ለማወቅ ከፈለጋችሁ ጊት ብራንች ማለት ትችላላችሁ። ሶ አሁን ሜን ላይ ነው ያለነው ማለት ነው። ያልነንም አንድ ብራንች ነው ሜን ነው። ሶ ጊት ብራንች ኦኬ ጊት check out, I mean check out minus b then the name of the branch 2. So now it says switched to a new branch. ስለዚህ it creates the branch then ወደዛ ብራንች ስዊች ያደርጋል ማለት ነው። ሶ አሁን ጊት ብራንች ብላችሁ እንደምታረጉ ሶ you are on branch 2 ነው ማለት ነው። ወደ ሜን መመለስ ከፈለጋችሁ you can say git check out main ሶ ወደ ሜን አሁን ይመልሳችኋል ማለት ነው። ጊት ብራንች ብትሉ ሜን ያሳያችኋል ማለት ነው። ሶሪ ሜን ላይ ነች ማለት ነው። so that's about branching. ሶ ለምሳሌ አሁን ብራንቺንግ ላይ ጊት ብራንች ቱ ብራንቺንግ ላይ የሆነ ነገር እንስራና ፑሽ እናድርግ። ጊት ቼክ አውት ብራንች ቱ ስለዚህ አሁን ብራንቺንግ ላይ ሳምቲንግ ኖቲስ የምታደርጉት ነገር አሁን ጊት ብራንች ቱ ላይ ነኝ ግን I have all the files that are on main። ስለዚህ ብራንች ቱ ኖት ማድረግ ያለባችሁ ነገር ምንድነው? ብራንቺንግ ክሬት ስታደርጉ ሜን ላይ ያለውን በሙሉ አዲስ ብራንቾች ውስጥ ይኖራል ማለት ነው። ብራንች ክሬት ስታደርጉ ፕሪቪየስ ላይ የነበረው ሜን ላይ የነበረው ፋይል በሙሉ እናንተ ጋር ይኖራል ማለት ነው። ሶ let's say let's change here from this is branch to place, this is branch 2. So now we have changed a file, so we can say that git add ማለት እንችላለን። so everything works the same like ሜል ላይ እንደምሰሩት እዚህም መስራት ትችላላችሁ ሁሉ ነው። ከዛ git commit minus m then quotes. You can use by the single or double quotes here, doesn't matter. First commit from branch 2. Now you have to push to branch 2. Git push region branch 2. So now it has been pushed. So let's go to the remote repo. So here, let's refresh it. Here, when you click here, you see under branches, you will see 2 branches. you will see main and branch 2. So when you change to branch 2, you will have everything that is on main changes ካልተደረገ ድረስ ብራንች ውስጥ ይኖራል ሜን ውስጥ የሚኖረው ነገር ማለት ነው። then like ብራንች ውስጥ ብትሄዱ like index html ውስጥ ትገቡ says like this is branch 2. so this is about branching ማለት ነው። መስራት ትችላላችሁ ብራንች ውስጥ ማለት ነው። ሶ ሌላ ነገር ደግሞ ሜቢ ሊኖር የሚችለው ለምሳሌ አሁን እዚህ ጋር እኔ ልቀይር እችላለሁ የኔ ፋይል ለምሳሌ አሁን ይሄንን አይ ሚን ላይክ ኤዲት ላደርገው እችላለሁ ሜቢ ደግሞ someone change ሊያደርገው ይችላል ይሄን ፋይል ማለት ነው። the other thing maybe necessary to discuss here is that this is changed in remote repo. ስለዚህ if I say here save ካረኩ በኋላ any change remote እንትን ሎካሊ ላይ ልፈልገው ይችላል አሁን ሎካል ላይ የለም ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ I want to fetch the ምንድነው the change to local machine to my machine ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ you can say git pull origin branch 2. so now it says like this is a change from remote repo. ስለዚህ ከሪሞት ሪፖ የሆነ ቼንጅ ማምጣት ከፈለጋችሁ then you can use እንትን ማለት ነው git pull git fetchም አለ the difference is git fetch like I guess ዳታውን ብቻ ነው የሚያመጣው እና git merge ግን ዳታውን አምጥቶ git pull ዳታውን አምጥቶ merge ያደርጋል ማለት ነው። so እሺ ሌላ ነገር I guess this is all about branching. so clear ያልሆነ ነገር አለ about branching branch create ማድረግ ምናምን okay if there is let's see the next concept we have is merging. so merging ምንድነው basically እንዲህ በተለያዩ ብራንች የሰራቻቸውን ነገሮች at some point አንድ ላይ መምጣት አለባቸው since አንድ ፋይል ነው at the end of the day አንድ ዶክመንት ነው የሚያስፈልገን ስለዚህ የተለያየ ብራንች ላይ መሆን ይችላል ማለት ስለዚህ ታስኩ ሲያልቅ it has to be collected together ያ ማለት መርጅ መደረግ አለበት አንድ ላይ ማለት so መርጅ ለማድረግ ሁለት ወይ አለ the first one is like ተርሚናላችሁ ላይ ሄዳችሁ መርጅ ማድረግ ትችላላችሁ ሁለተኛው ደግሞ በፑል ሪኩዌስት መጠቀም ትችላላችሁ ማለት ነው። so ተርሚናል ላይ ከዚሁ ከተርሚናል ላይ መርጅ ለማድረግ ስትፈልጉ መጀመሪያ ምንድነው ማድረግ ያለባችሁ ወደ መጀመሪያ መርጅ ወደሚደረገው ብራንች ነው መሄድ ያለባችሁ so አሁን ለምሳሌ እኔ እዚህ ጋር ያለውን ቼንጅ እዚህ ጋር የቀየርኩትን ቼንጅ ወደ ሜን ነው መርጅ ማድረግ የምፈልገው ስለዚህ ምንድነው ላደርግ የምችለው መጀመሪያ ማድረግ ያለብኝ ነገር ወደ main branch መሄድ አለብኝ so I have to say git check out then main so on main line ያለ ነው you can see there is no remote ምናምን የሚለው ላይን የለም because that is in the branch so ማለት ነው so እንደዛ ከሆነ the next command I use is git merge ከዛ the branch name ማለት ነው then I just can say git merge ከዛ መርጅ ማድረግ የምፈልገውም ብራንች ኔም ማለት ነው ብራንች 2 ማለት ነው ለዚህ ኬስ። ስለዚህም ብራንች 2 አፕዴት ምንድን መርጅ ተደርጓል። እዚህ ጋር የሚነግረን አለ ኢንዴክስ ኤችቲኤምኤል ላይ አፕዴት ተደርጓል ይለናል። ሶ when you see index html so there is the file ማለት ነው። so this is መርጅ ማድረጊያ ወይ ነው ማለት ነው። but sometimes ለምሳሌ ሌላ ብራንች እንፍጠር። ለምሳሌ git checkout since I want to show you here git checkout -b and then let's say conflict for this one. So let's go to git check okay so እዚህ ጋር አሁን ቼክ አውት ውስጥ ነኝ። ሶ ምንድነው ላረግ ፈልገው I want to edit this line ይሄ ላይን ማለት ነው። I say this is conflict branch and I want to clear this line. So like let me add largo then commit largo first commit of conflict. After that now I want to merge this branch with main. So main ላይ ልሂድና git checkout main. so main ላይ ከሄድኩ በኋላ ምንድነው ማድረግ የሚፈልጉት git merge conflict okay so it has been changed. Let me push it to GitHub first. so እዚህ ጋር አሁን git push ስጠቀም like error እያለኝ ነው because ይሄ ለዚህ ለኮንፍሊክት ብራንች የመጀመሪያ ፑሽ ነው። so I have to use git push -u origin conflict. I have to say like this ማለት ነው። so አሁን እዚህ ላይ ብንሄድ no እዚህ ነው so we can see there are 3 branches here. so here let's make some changes here. Let's go to git branch 2. What I'm doing maybe it seem confusing, so I will explain why I'm doing this. So let's go to this line and yeah. So now what I want is I want to merge the branch 2 with branch 1. So the thing I'm trying to show you here is that there is a concept called conflicts here. Like when you merge 2 branches, there may be occur a conflict. So a conflict is basically happen when 2 files or 2 branches edit the same file and the changes are different ማለት ነው። ሁለት ብራንቾች አንድ ፋይል ላይ የተለያየ ቼንጅ ሞዲፋይ ሲያደርጉ እና እነዛ የተለያዩ ሲሆኑ ጊቱ የትኛውን ሆልድ ማድረግ እንዳለበት ወይ ደግሞ የትኛውን መያዝ እንዳለበት ኮንፊውዝ። ስለዚህ you have to handle those things by yourself ማለት ነው። so here git merge sorry guys, I'm having a bit problem here. Git merge branched. Yeah. So this is what I wanted to show you. So you may see something like this when you try to merge two branches. So as you can see here, there are like tags here, like an opening, a greater, yeah. There is this sign, and there is a code between them. So the first one is this one. This is a conflict branch. So this is the previous code, the previous line which we have edited in the conflict branch, and this is the things or the changes we have made in branch 2, but both of them are editing the same file. So in this case the conflict may happen. So in this case what you have to do is that you have to what do you call it, like you have to solve the conflict by yourself ማለት ነው። ሁለቱም አንድ ላይ ኤዲት እያደረጉ ስለሆነ ጊታብ የትኛውን ኪፕ ማድረግ እንዳለበት አያውቅም ማለት ነው። so you have to tell git to which version to keep ማለት ነው። so for example I want to keep this one, the or like I want to merge both of them, like let's say. so ምን እናደርጋለን, like ይሄንን እናጠፋዋለን። so head የሚለውንም everything እናጠፋለን፣ branch 2 የሚለውንም everything እናጠፋለን ማለት ነው። then after we finished that, is there anything else? okay, after we finished that commit እናደርጋለን ማለት ነው። git add commit solve conflicts. So then we can push it. So now in your local remote repo under index HTML, which branch is this? Of conflict branch. So I have to go to main branch. So there is all the 3 lines there. So if the conflict happen ካረገ በዛ ወይ ሶልቭ ማድረግ አለባችሁ ማለት ነው። So other things are pull requests. So this is a necessary part. So pull requests are how teams review and approve changes. So pull request የምንለው ምንድነው? አሁን መርጅ ሳደርግ ራሴ ነኝ እዚሁ መርጅ እያደረኩ ያለሁት። ሶ ያ ግን ፊዘብል አይደለም በወርኪንግ ስፔስ ላይ ማለት ነው። ምክንያቱም አንድ ሰው የሚጽፈው ኮድ ቼክ ሳይደረግ ወደ ኮድ ቤዝ ከገባ ክራሽ ሊያደርግ ይችላል ሲስተሙን ማለት። ስለዚህ ምን አይነት ስቴፕ አለ? መጀመሪያ the client creates a branch ማለት ነው። so the user first creates a branch. so local working branch create ያደርጋል። after he creates that he development ይሰራ ማለት ነው። client develops the feature or and adds ኮሚቶችን እና ፊቸሮችን ያደርጋል ማለት ነው። after that client opens a pull request against the main or master branch in GitHub. so GitHub ላይ compare and pull የሚል አለ። I will show አሁን አሳያችኋለሁ። እንደዛ የሚል አለ። so እሱን ሄዶ ምን ያደርጋል? ሪኩዌስት ይሰጣል ማለት ነው። so after that the VIP review code until the pull request is achieved. ቲሙ ያንን ኮድ ሪቪው ያደርገዋል ማለት ነው። so approved ከተደረገ በኋላ መርጅ ይደረጋል ማለት ነው። so let's see it in action ማለት ነው። so let's say let's go to git branch 2 and add new file. git checkout. You don't have to remember these commands, like you will get to know them when you work with them. Let's create like new file, like let's say style css plus css and like let's say body and background color red. so now let's take this file. ስለዚህ በቃ ፋይሉን ቼንጅ ታደርጋላችሁ፣ ከዛ አድ ታደርጋላችሁ፣ ከዛ ኮሚት ነው ኔክስት ስቴፕ ነው። ኮሚት ኤን ከዛ አድ ስታይል css then after that git push I guess this okay if this word should git push -u origin main. so now አሁን ወደ ሪሞት ፑሽ አድርጌዋለሁ ቼንጅ ማለት ወይ ደግሞ ስታይልን አድ አድርጌዋለሁ። so now let's go to our code, our repository ማለት ነው። so እዚህ ሪፖዚተሪ ላይ አሁን ብራንች 2 ላይ ብገባ I guess branch 2 ላይ ፑሽ ያደረኩት አይደለ? like this not working. What is happening here? Let's say git branch. Okay, we are on branch 2. Then we have to push. Okay, okay. Oh, not me. Actually, I'm wrong. So I said here push to main, so that's wrong. So I have to say push minus u origin, then branch name, branch 2. You cannot push to main directly from the branch 2. So now let's go to our repo. So when you go to your repo, there is this button called compare and pull request. So you will click this one. Basically, the pull request is viewed by someone else, but for now you can just see changes that have been made. It's like says add style says. So this is the content of the file, and you can write the description here for your pull request. Then what can you say is create the pull request. So someone from the team may review your code, and if it's ready to be merged, he may merge it, or he may tell you to merge it. So now we will check first if there is everything can be automatically merged. Once that's after done, we can merge our request. We have to wait until this is being checked. Okay, merge is being blocked due to the merge failing. Okay, I guess that is because like in order to merge files, first the file should exist in main. That's because like we have created style CSS here, but it has not been created in main. So the file should exist main in order to be merged. So I guess that is the case. So let's go to the main branch, check out main, and let's create style CSS here. Is that CSS, and you can just copy this part, or we can just make this empty so it can be merged. So git add. Oh, I created this here outside the. Okay. I guess now we should work like okay. So you can add a description here, then you can confirm a merge. So you can merge. So it says merged. So after you go to this code, then you can see your file here, and it has been merged, and the file has like this. So that's about the pull requests. Sometimes you may not see the compare and the pull request button here. So in that case, you need to go to this pull request site, and you can create new pull request. So so it tells you like if there is any thing that can be if there is anything, then it allows you to create pull request. But if everything is the same, it doesn't allow you to do that. So these things are pull requests. So they are basically a pre-process before merging. You can say like that, like the extra steps before merging. So before merging, your code has to be reviewed, and this reviewing will take place through pull requests. So is that clear about the pull request? I guess someone asked me about that before. Okay. So now let's go to the next part. So pull requests help you to collaborate for collaborative code review, preventing bugs in main and the security maxes. The other topic is Git stash. Git stash temporarily saves changes that are not ready to be committed, allowing you to switch branches or perform other operation. Now, let me show you this. Show you this. For example, I am in main, and for example, let's say like now, since the main has another data, first I need to pull from main, git pull from main. So the data has been pulled. Now, if let's say I want to style h1, and I say h1 color and then black. So, and while doing some changes, I wanted to go to another branch to check something. So let me just go to, let's go to branch 2, git branch 2. I mean git check out branch. It has been switched. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me, I guess it is because I guess it shouldn't be that the case. Okay, let's say, okay. I guess I need to first add the file. Oh yeah, I need to take the file. Let's go back to main, take out main. So git add root, and let's go to now. Let's go to the second branch. It is a switch SSD. Okay. Okay. I don't know why this is happening. Git check out main. Okay. And let me create another file, stash dot HTML. And I guess this should work, right? Okay, so I guess it didn't work. I will tell you why this is not working later. So let's continue to the session since we don't have time. So basically the Git stash method allows you to save your changes while you are working. For example, sometimes it may not allow you to go from branches to branches if you are working on something and that things need to be committed. So I guess if you don't want to commit that change, you can just use git stash. So if you want to save the current changes, you can say git stash. If you want to see the list, git stash list. If you want to apply the latest stash and remove from the stash list, you can say git stash pop. If you if you want to delete, you can just say git stash drop. So this is basically about git stash. If you want to change, if you want to save your your file for like if you have something that needs to be saved but not committed, then you can use git stash. Let's go to Backend main. Let's check out branch. I guess I don't know why this is not working, so I will tell you why this is not working later. Okay, so let's continue to the other topic. So git reset and the git revert. So these are basically if you want to sometimes you may want to go back to your previous commit because that previous commit is more stable than the current one. ማለት sometimes የሆነ ነገር ስትሰሩ ነገሮች እንዳለ አሁን ላይ ሜስ አፕ ላይ ያደርጉባችሁ ይችላሉ። ሶ ኤረር በኤረር ወይ በግ በበግ ሊኖሩ ይችላል። ሶ rather than fixing that file, it may be like good to revert back to the previous commit. So there are two ways to do that. The first one is git reset and the second one is git revert. So git reset, what git reset is, it just deletes all commits before after the given commit hash ማለት ነው። ይሄን ኮሚት ሃሽ እንዴት ማግኘት እንደምንችል አሳያችኋለሁ። ሶ ከዛ ኮሚት ሃሽ በኋላ ያሉትን ኮሚቶች በሙሉ ድሊት ያደርጋቸዋል ማለት ነው። ዲስ ጊት ሪቨርት ደግሞ ፕሪቪየስሊ ኮሚት ያደረግነውን ፋይል ድጋሚ ሪራይት ያደርገዋል ማለት ነው። ድጋሚ ኮሚት ይፈጥርለታል ማለት ነው። ሶ ዲስ ዋን ኢዝ ላይክ ቼንጁን ድጋሚ ፕሌይ እንደማድረግ ነገር ነው ማለት ነው። ሶ ኢፍ ዩ ዋንት እዚህ ጋር አይታችሁት ከሆነ እዚህ ቪኤስ ኮድ ላይ የሆነች ጊት እንትን አለች። ሶ እዛ ጋር እስካሁን የሰራናቸው እንትን ይታየናል። መርጅ ያደረግናቸው ነው። is someone unmuted? ኦኬ ሶ እዚህ ጋር አሁን ኮሚቶችን ያሳየናል። ሶ ለምሳሌ አሁን let's go to where should we go? Let's go to this update index.html file. Who is unmuted here? Someone has unmuted. Can you okay. ሶ እዚህ ጋር ኮሚቶቻችን አሉ። ሶ ለምሳሌ አሁን እዚህ ኮሚት ላይ እንሂድ። አፕዴት ኢንዴክስ ኤችቲኤምኤል የሚለው ኮሚት ላይ መሄድ ፈለግን። ሶ ወደዛ መሄድ ከፈለግን ምንድነው ማድረግ ያለብን? መጀመሪያ ኮሚቱ ሃሽ ማወቅ አለብን የዚህን ማለት ነው። ሶ ፎር ዳት ኢት ኮሚት git log ማለት እንችላለን። ሶሪ git log ሶ እዚህ ጋር አሁን ኮሚት ሃሻችን ያመጣልናል ማለት ነው። ሶ ኢንተር ስንለው ያመጣልናል። ሶ ዊ ኒድ ዲስ ኮሚት ቱ ቢ ፕሌይድ። ስለዚህ አሁን ጊት ሪሴት ልጠቀም እዚህ ጋር ማለት ነው። ጊት ማን ነው? ጊት ሪቨርት።
Sorry, Gideon, I think your screen is not visible.
Okay. Is that for everyone? አይታይም ሁላችሁ? ያ አሁን አይታይም? ላይክ ቪኤስ ኮዱ አይታይም? ኦኬ። ሶ ይሄንን ሃሽ ኮፒ ማድረግ አለብን። ይሄን ኮሚት ሃሽ once we commit that ኮፒ ካደረግነው በኋላ ምንድነው የምናደርገው? I guess we can say q to exit q ማለት አለባቸው ኤዲት ነው ማለት so we can say git revert then the commit hash revert this commit. Okay, I guess we don't need to copy the commit word. Yeah, okay. Your local changes would be overwritten by revert. So hint commit your changes or stash them before procedure. So this is the thing that I was talking earlier. Until you stash or you do like commit እስካላረጋችሁ ድረስ እንትን አይሆንም። change ላይ እንትን ካለ ሌላ ታስክ አይሰራላችሁ። So you can just say git stash ማለት ትችላላችሁ። Now since that is saved, you can use git revert auto conflict. So conflict happen ሊያደርግ ይችላል። So you have to conflict happen አድርጓል ይለኛል እዚህ ጋር። So ኮንፍሊክትን ሃንድል ማድረግ አለባችሁ ማለት ነው። ሃንድል ማድረግ አለባችሁ። ሶ አሁን ላይክ ሌትስ ጎ ቱ እዚህ ጋር እንሂድ። ሶ አሁን ይሄ አይ ጌስ ወደ በፊት ወደ ነበረን ተመልሷል። ምን አለ እዚህ ጋር? ኦኬ ኮንፍሊክት አፕን አድርጓል። ሶ ሪቨርት አላደረገውም። እሺ ኮንቲኒው okay unsolved complete. Okay, I guess I need to git out say like መጀመሪያ ኮንፍሊክቱን ከዛም git commit so complete then you have to push it git push git revert I guess let me check another one since this is like how the conflict. Let me check another commit. Git log let's take one before that, this one. Then you can say Q to exit. Which branch am I in right now? Okay, branch. Let's go to main first. Git checkout main. So then let's git revert this commit. Okay, so it's the conflict still happens. So this is from branch 2. Okay. Let me upload the revert. So basically you have to like we are getting conflict here, so you have to solve that conflict. So let's go to something like before that conflict. Yes, that should work. Okay, so yeah, so now like so revert አድርጎልናል I guess. So main ላይ ያለው so index html has been modified ብሎናል, like you can see that. Okay, so you can do like that, like reset ሲሆን ደግሞ like I guess it just deletes the እንትን ማለት ነው። Okay, ሪሴት ሲሆን ሙሉ ኮሚት ስትሪውን ድሌት ያደርጋል። ላይክ ሪቨርስ ሲሆን ደግሞ ፕሪቪየስሊ ኮሚቱን ሪራይት ያደርገዋል ማለት ነው። ሶ you can use these two if you want to go back to previous version, but there may be a conflict, so you need to handle that conflict. Okay, so the last thing, okay, it's not the last one. The thing I want to discuss was git ignore. Git ignore is like basically there may be some files, let's say password here .txt. So there may be some passwords that you don't want to push them to like to Git. So therefore you have to ignore this file from being tracked, because if your password is out there for public, it's going to be a big loss. ስለዚህ ምን ማድረግ አለባችሁ? You have to create another file called .git ignore .git git ignore. So on the design file create ማድረግ አለባችሁ ማለት ነው። Then you have to specify the file which you don't want to push it to the git txt ማለት ነው. This may be necessary for like if you have env files ምናምን like env ፋይል ሊኖራችሁ ይችላል። እንደዚህ አይነት ፋይሎች ካሏችሁ እነሱን ፑሽ ማድረግ አትፈልጉም ወደ ጊት። ስለዚህ you specify the file name here. So now let's add the changes. fatal, not git. Okay, you have to. I have to log into the previous. Okay, is have git tutor. Then you have to commit git commit -m push. Then git push. Now in remote repository, let's go to remote repository. Okay, this has been pushed. Even the git. Okay, I guess I created the git more wrongly. Let me check that. Oh, I forget. Okay, just did that right. Git ignore. Okay. I guess let's add another file. For example, since these two have been tracked, let's say pass.txt. Git ignore, then pass.txt .mv file. I guess it's because they're spelling that I pushed the files. Let's try this one. Git ignore commit -n push. Then git push. Yeah. So if you see now, the password file is not here. The password file is not here. But these two have been pushed to GitHub wrongly. I guess the first place this was pushed was I didn't add a comma before it, like I didn't specify the file name like this. You may have folder and you may not push that also. For example, you may have node modules here and you may not want to push them. So if there are folders and you want to ignore both of the folders and its content, you can just see node modules, the name of the folder, and slash. So this uh, will content. Don't forget to you can centrally task. So in order to for good collaboration, you should use one repo because it will be difficult to work on different repo. You should need a central point. So in order to work with different peoples or with your teams in one repo, you have to give them the permission to read and write from the repo. If it is public, everyone can read, but nobody can push to your repo until the permission has given to. So if you are going to work with a project with your team, first you have to invite your teams to your repo so they can read and so they can write to your repo. So in order to do that, I guess you need to go to settings and you need to add collaborators here. Collaborators. Use password. So you have to give direct access to the people who are going to work with your project. So here you can type like their username, like if this is the person, then you can go ahead and add to your repo so they can have read and write access. So this is a really necessary part in order to work with your teammates. So I guess that is all about the collaboration part and the Git tutorial. But we have Git and GitHub best practices for you. The first one is you should commit often. You should use branches in order to develop features. You should use clear commit messages. And you should pull before push in order to work with latest changes. You have to pull before you push. So these are the best practice of Git. So I guess thank you for your time. So if you have any question, please welcome. So if you don't have a question, so Git is it's like ትንሽ አስቸጋሪ ኮንሰፕት ሊሆን ይችላል። ሶ ዶን ወሪ ላይክ ኢፍ ዩ ዶንት አንደርስታንድ ኢት ነው so you will get to know it while you work with it. So like as you see here, I have been making so many mistakes, like so many things, like through process master የሚለመድ ነገር ስለሆነ you don't have to worry much about that. You will get to know with that once you know the basics. So I guess that's it. Thank you for your time. Okay, thank you guys. Until we meet with another session. I will send you an exercise about this later on.